get a quick stream in right quick. I ain't gonna take too long. I'm gonna do a video later on, but I wanted to get a quick, stream in. Now, it seemed to be this thing where they are really trying to get Andre Ward to come out of retirement and possibly face Canelo. Now, I know Andre Ward has flirted with the idea of coming out of retirement. Andre Ward just made 38, and Andre Ward hasn't fought professionally in a ring in like almost 5 years. Now, as much as I believe in Andre Ward's skill set, Andre Ward would have to at least get a couple of tune-up fights in just to get him and get his time in and get his precision and all that good stuff back before he could jump in the ring with Canelo. I mean, I'm not naive about the situation, but for real. But Kathy Duba to me is still delusional about what happened with Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalov and the second fight where Andre Ward clearly beat Sergey Kovalov when he stopped him. No excuses, for the people that continue to press the issue about, oh, well, Sergey Kovalov won the first fight. Well, if you think that, that's fine. I don't think Sergey Kovalov won that first fight. I thought Andre Ward won it. If you go by round the rounds and how you score that fight, Andre Ward clearly won 7 rounds to 5, or you could say Andre Ward won 6-5 and 1 even, which would still give him the edge. But Andre Ward ran it back and he stopped Sergey Kovalov. Okay. I got to say this about Canelo. Canelo is a good fighter, a very good fighter. But when you think of greatness, does he really qualify, or do you put him in the category of greatness due to the fact that there's always a technicality or just something behind Canelo whenever he fights? And that's just the truth. I'm going to say this. I'm not worried about no backlash. And don't come on here trying to talk about somebody else. Stick to the subject. When have Canelo ever fought somebody like Andre Ward, as skillful as Andre Ward? I mean, Andre Ward would beat the hell out of Canelo. He would pound on him. Okay? He would pound on him. That wouldn't even be, I don't even think it would be a competitive fight. And I'm just keeping it 100. And I'm going to do a video breaking down Canelo and breaking down his career and just having a random discussion about him. I know the Canelo fans is not going to like it, which I don't give a rat's ass what they think, because at the end of the day, this is my damn channel and I'm going to say what I want to say. I told you I'm not here to cater to no group and no specific group of fanboys and fangirls. That ain't my style. So I'm just telling the truth. This got to be said about Canelo. I mean, the notion of people thinking that Canelo could beat somebody like Andre Ward. What happened when what happened? What happened for real in the second fight with Sergey Kovalov? The fight that people said if Andre Ward didn't run back, he was a coward and all that. Well, he stopped him. What happened when Canelo fought a fighter with unbelievable reflexes and a high IQ? He got beat from pillar to post, pretty much in most people's eyes, lost every round. So you really think he could beat a bigger version of Floyd Mayweather? Okay. Okay, if you really believe that, more power to you. Just saying. And it's a little bit of bad blood between Andre Ward and Kathy Duva. you know, a little bit. And I know she still promotes Sergey Kovalov, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it a buck. But I know she gave some of these Canelo fans a sense of hope, and some of them really believe this. And I mean, have you really sat down and watched Canelo fight? Because I have. I really have. On several occasions, I've seen several of his fight. Oh, and by the way, rumor has it that the Bibble fight ain't selling too good. You know, not selling too good at all. That's just what I heard. I could be wrong, but I've heard that the Bibble fight is selling slowly. But it's plenty of time to the fight. So maybe as they lower ticket prices, more than likely, which they will if the tickets don't sell at the price range they wanted to sell at as of right now, they will lower the ticket prices. But that's just what I'm hearing. There's an argument and there's a real debate on why you don't have to say that Canelo is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. It's just fact. I'm gonna explain that in a separate video, but this just needed to be said, man. This just needed to be said because you just, it's just like, man, come on. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. Well, Pratt, the video that I'm gonna put out about Canelo is gonna explain everything. It's gonna be factual, and it's a couple of other people. And like I said before, I'm not finna keep saying this stuff about, oh, I'm not finna keep trying to explain to people that this has nothing to do with Canelo being of Mexican descent. Because the funny part about it is, I know a lot of Mexicans that can't stand Canelo. So it has nothing to do with that. I'm just going by what I see. And it's just time to have a conversation about Canelo from everything, from his history to his mystery meat to a bunch of other stuff. But this notion that he actually could beat somebody of the caliber of Andre Ward is just absurd. And I really think it's a disrespect to Andre Ward. Like I said, if Andre Ward comes out of retirement, he takes two tune-up fights. And if the fight is on the up and up, no weight stipulations, and Andre Ward is really allowed to fight Canelo gonna get humiliated. If you think Floyd humiliated Canelo, I mean, it's gonna be even worse seeing a 6'1", you know what I'm saying, 168 pound, a naturally 168 pound, 175 pounder trounce on Canelo. So I'm just saying it's not gonna be very pretty. It's not gonna be very pretty. But I understand why Kathy Duva said that because she don't like Andre Ward. So just wanted to put that out there. Video coming soon. I'm out. No, he don't.